Hello, everybody. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Forgive me, I still have a cough and my voice still sounds funky monkey. Getting better, but holy majoli, it hangs on for dear life. So I've had something interesting come through like I usually do right before I come on, but it has to do with the blood of Jesus, actually. Right before I do these, I like to meditate, and Lord Sananda, as some call him, Jesus, as we all know him, came through big time, and he started pouring his blood through the crystalline grid. So that's a part of what's going to be happening today. He started saying he is going to use his blood to cleanse the earth. And that's part of what we're going to do today, as well as heal the timeline of the Garden of Eden. And it's a major karma cleanse is what he's also calling it by doing that. Karma activation / karma cleanse. So it's almost like the vision I'm getting is, you know how sometimes it feels like sometimes some people don't have to deal with karma. Like, why aren't they getting karma? Why do they get away with these things? That's coming into play in that it's going to flip that switch. It's going to cause people to have to, the best way to put it is like they won't be able to escape what they've done, kind of a thing. And for the rest of us who always deal with our karma continually, are having it cleansed. Okay, and so I know there's two parts there. That was not expected. The only thing I thought we were doing was going to the Garden of Eden. So that is all just now coming forward. I'm pretty proud of myself. I will show you just because I did it. Hopefully you can see my chakra bowl coming into play here. I'm going to use my right hand really quick and show you guys. I did the chakra bowl today with my right hand. See? Whoa, it hurts, but I'm doing it. I don't know if that's my right hand. I'm pretty proud. It's not very loud. I'm getting it though. You see that? I'm holding my thing and I'm doing it. Like, that's been some major therapy going on there. So I'm like really happy. When I first got the cast off, there was no way I would be holding it like this or doing anything like that. So I am making progress. So I just wanted to share that little proud moment with you guys. I know it's silliness, but it's very painful doing this therapy. So I was really proud of that. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm doing it. To feel the vibrations through my hand was miraculous for me. Because when I first lost that ability to play my chakra bowls, I cried because they're very healing and I love the feeling of it. So that to me is a huge milestone. So what I'm going to do to get started is I've got my blood red sage. I'm going to light some of that. I do have an ascension portal going here that we will activate and take us through this ascension today. I will call in all the energies, light the candles, and I will play a few chakra bowls. So I have the crown, the third eye, and the heart chakra bowl going right before I start the transmission. The card decks that I brought in are Lemuria and then the magical unicorn ones. And that's the ones they wanted today. So, excuse me. Like I said, I do apologize about the cough. First thing I will do is pull the cards so that we can look at those as I channel their energy through this whole transmission and what they want for us today. They are calling it a karma shift. Okay, that's what today is really about for the collective whole, is a major karma shift. It will spark a further awakening as well, they are saying. They want 3 Lemuria cards. And today I was like, there's no music being channeled for it. And what I got was that what the function of today is allowing the blood of Jesus to fill the earth. And so that's kind of the main gist of today is his blood is going to cleanse us, cleanse the timeline, and cleanse the collective, as well as cause the karma shift in a big, big way. I've actually never pulled this card before. It's very, very beautiful. I like it a lot. This one is the throat chakra card of the Lumeria deck. It's very beautiful. It has a Merkaba, butterfly, and angel wings in it. It's about expressing your truth. Okay. Expressing our truth, but allowing truths to be seen. All right. Expressing the truth, but allowing truths to be seen. And that's what today is really about. Bringing in the light of the truth, making it easier for us to express our truth, but for the collective whole to not be able to ignore the truth any further. And then we have, ooh, I like this a lot. Starseed Elemental. This is activating the starseed, the healer, the magician, the fifth dimensional realm, okay, is really what it's about. So we are going into the higher chakras today than we usually do, where that is our focus today rather than on our main chakras. I will open them up, but our focus will be on the higher chakras. And it is about activating the fifth dimensional realm for us and for the collective whole in a big, big way. And that talks about starseed elemental, aligning our purpose with its rightful self, awakening the purpose within us even further, and allowing that to be seen. And then this one's very interesting because we have the throat chakra, but this one is also communication, co-creation. One of the first workshops I did, I feel like I pulled this card. Communication, co-creation. This actually did come through in one of the first things I did, and this is about telepathic communication. And those are our higher chakras. Our higher chakras give us the ability to have telepathy and awareness that has lied dormant for quite some time. And I'm also focusing on the Merkaba in that card as well. So these are big deals. These are big cards. These will spark changes in a big, big way for individual and the collective realm. That communication, co-creation, it truly is about expressing your heart's desires, but allowing yourself to align with that divine love. And then there's like so many levels of communication at play. Okay. That's really what that one is representing. So now I'm going to pull the other cards. I really like these cards. They're very good. They're good. They're just so positive. They're very higher dimensional. I really like it. Give me just a second. My kids decided to be crazy. Hey, you guys, I can't do my thing without hearing you. Can you stop? Thanks. Okay, sorry about that. Kids will be kids. Okay. They wanted one more of these. This is very interesting. So we have uncord relationships, let go now, forgiveness is freedom. This is a big deal in that karmic realm, okay? It's about forgiveness of the whole, forgiveness of the collective, forgiveness of ourself, and just letting go of things that no longer serve us as far as painful memories go, as far as many other things like that. Oh my goodness. Okay, and then we have the freedom of truth. Communicate honestly, be who you truly are. I can't make that up. two different decks saying the same basic thing. I love it how they do that. The freedom of truth. Communicate honestly, be who you truly are. Okay, it's a gift of power. It truly is. Truth is about power. Okay, and just like I said, the blood of Jesus is all about allowing that truth to rise individually and on a collective whole. And then this one came through again earlier. Creative solutions. Think outside the box, view things from a higher perspective. And that's truly what it's all about. It's a higher perspective. It is no longer in the third dimensional realm. And so it's allowing our mind space to match that of the spiritual. Okay. It truly, truly is allowing our mind space to match that of the spiritual. Then we have violet flame. Invoke the cosmic diamond violet flame. Transmute all that is not love. Okay. And I do believe we are using a golden light. So we will see what this violet one is. Is that a doggy that I see in the camera there? I love it. So cute. I just looked over and saw the cutest little thing. Aww. So cute. Oh, warms my heart. Oh, what a beautiful baby.
Thank
I love
you.
that. Thanks for sharing. How cute. He's ready to party. Okay. All right, you guys. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and call in the energy. Excuse me. Light the red sage. Light the candles. Call in our individual energy, and then I will play the chakra bowls and then get started. I do apologize. Let me get some water. Okay. Goodness. No wonder we have throat chakra cards. Clear my throat chakra. All right. Let's see if I can hold this in my right hand and light it with my left. It's going to take some talent here. I call on the creator of all that is, all of the angels too, Lord Sananda. Saint Germain is coming forward with the Akasha records today. Archangel Metatron is coming forward to do some Merkaba work, and of course with the violet flame. So that was real. Archangel Gabriel is also stepping forward to bring the golden gate portal energy, the golden healing light energy as well. And then I also have Shakti stepping forward, who's been with me a lot lately and will continue to do so. She embodies all of the goddess energy and light, which is also going to lead us through into Sunday's transmission as well. So that is coming forward and invoking in the energy today. I am also seeing the portal of time and all of the other pyramids that we've activated, opening up. The energy is flowing in and out. I ask that this be a safe place of highest love and light possible, of maximum healing and truth and awakening and understanding. That the timelines we enter into, touch into, and bring forth be healed to maximum capacity. That not only do we affect ourselves, but we affect our loved ones in the most positive light, in the most positive healing way. That we activate within us and within them the most magnificent power and strength and wisdom we have ever housed before. I ask that this be a safe space that continues to cover us, protect us, and love us and awaken us forevermore. No harm can enter, no harm can exit. Highest light in only, highest light out only. That with the power of Creator. So be it, and so it now is. As I have said that, Jesus is now coming forth, and he's putting a cross on our foreheads of his blood. It's rather weird. It's what I was seeing before, but he is actually doing it. He stands in front of you, and he places a cross of his blood on your forehead. Now remember, he didn't die on the cross. This is more of a healing, energetic cleanse. It's not about his death, it's about his rebirth, and he wants to reiterate that. It's not about death, it's about rebirth and life and light and healing and cleansing karma and allowing karma to also be served. So I ask that he activate our portal, the ascension spheres that I have set out that they had me create. And I ask that he help me draw in all of our energy of Amy H, Amy D, Donita, Gigi, Jacinth, myself, and I guess my twin flame as well, and all of our loved ones, and our loved ones, and anybody else who could not make it today, and anybody else who will be here in the future as well. Allow them to be protected with the blood of Jesus. And with that, I want to say amen. All right, so now I'm going to light the candles. Okay. So now that all of our energy has been activated, our aura has basically been cleansed. I have set the intentions. Just go ahead and relax, closing your eyes when you're ready to. Getting water if you need to, that's fine as well. At any time, if you guys need water for whatever reason, they're saying, please do get some. I have mine as well. It is actually being blessed. So the water within our home is also being blessed. I'm not sure why, but that is coming out here. I don't think they've done that like that before, but it is being blessed. And as you get comfortable, start to close your eyes, have your hands in receiving mode, preferably feet on the floor. If not, that is okay as well. I'm going to invoke the ascension spheres and start activating that energy for us as I play these chakra bowls. Persephone, my howlite skull, will also enter into your energy and cut any cords, start to activate an opening of the energy that we all house. And as I'm doing this, I'm already starting to see us kind of sitting in a circle like we usually do around the pyramid portals. Okay, so a big, huge pyramid of light in the middle, energetic portal of cleansing light, healing light and energy that is going to just help make everything all right. It will enter into our energy and begin to open up our lower chakras as I play these bowls. Okay. Okay. So I'll see if there's anybody who wants to come forward with a channeled message. It is Lord Sananda. It is I, Lord Sananda, coming to you with many healing light codes and timeline healing too. We are here to change the world and to change our heart space within each one of us, to open up the realms of our God-given light, allowing us to receive His love and His beautiful light, for it truly flows through every one of us, as long as we wish to receive. Allow space, allow time to integrate and for all to unfold what you are about to see, what you are about to help with, and what you are about to receive. Bring love and give love in kind, for that all is truly what matters. No matter what is happening in the world around us, bring love and be love. So be it, and so it is. Oh, excuse me. Okay. With that, just take some breaths. Imagine with every breath you're taking, your body is going to relax more and more and more. As we are relaxing and breathing and sitting around our pyramid portal or access door, the higher beings, our guides, Lord Sananda or Jesus, are all going to help open up our chakras, our main ones, especially to begin with. So no matter what you feel, just breathe it through as I begin by grounding you first. So we take your cords from your feet and from your root chakra, but we are also taking cords from your palms of your hands as well. So each of you will have 5 cords anchored into the core of the earth for this transmission. And in order to fully receive and heal through the blood of Christ. So all of the cords from your hands, your feet, and your root chakra are coming down slowly but surely together, filled with the most magnificent light from the portal in the middle, bringing them down all together, intertwined as one, connecting to the portal of time, connecting to the portal of activation, bringing them down further. Give me a second because they're pulling on mine. Down into the layers of the earth, going through the first layer, the dirt and rock, sediment of the earth, bringing them down through the rock layer, the mineral layer, down into the crystalline grid. As we stop here for a moment, allowing our cords and connections all to be intertwined in the crystalline grid. As we are stopping here, Lord Sananda or Jesus is going to be filling up the crystalline grid with his blood, the blood of Christ. It is for healing purposes, magnificent healing purposes of this timeline of today, the Garden of Eden timeline, the timeline of the gods in every way. allowing his blood to be cleansed and freed of all karma that had seed. And while that is happening, and he's beginning to pour through the crystalline grid, it connects to our connections and begins to cleanse our karma as well. Not only our karma, our loved ones' karma, our children's karma, our children's children's karma, and even our ancestors as well. Cleansing them whole and purifying the soul, allowing us to be free in every way. As that's happening, it's also changing the blueprint of the earth in a specific way. So I can see the blood beginning to just flow through the crystalline grid. It's rather strange. I didn't expect it, but I can see it. And as it's happening, it's like communicating with the crystalline grid. It's causing things to be activated that were dormant, things to be seen that have yet to be seen, and cleansing what is purified to be cleansed along the collective whole. He's going to continue doing that as I pull our cords now further down through the rest of the layers of the earth, going down through the water layer, allowing them to be cleansed and purified with the soul of the water of the earth, going down further through the Atlantic and Lemurian crystals, those large and magnificent, powerful energy crystals that really truly do house life. They house life, they house knowledge, and further awakening for all. If you tap into a specific crystal, just take note of it. Some of you might actually feel some, see some, or all of a sudden have some pop into your thought processes. That's okay, it's purposeful. Take note of any crystals you do see or feel or experience the need to be with. As I draw our connections all the way down into the core of the earth. The core of the earth is quite different than before. It is filled with the sun, the light and the power and the language of the sun. I can see it much like I see that transition I did recently where I can see the language flowing in. That's exactly what it looks like now. It's like a bunch of different words and language written in it. I can hear it and I can see it. As our connections go deep into the core, coming out of the other side of the core and anchoring in completely. And this light of the earth, Lemuria, and of the sun, and this light language flow up our connections, all 5 of them, but all intertwined into one. Flowing up through all of our connections, through also the layers of the earth, rising up through the crystalline grid. This is just like I can hear it. I can hear it communicating with the crystalline grid and with the blood of Christ. Bringing that up into the soles of our feet, rising that up through our legs, to our ankles, and to our calves, rising it up into our knees, into our thighs, and into our hips, and into our chakras, one by one, entering it now into our root chakra, opening it up and activating it so. Removing any debris that is needed to allow this transmission to flow. As I bring it up further into our sacral chakra, Lord Sananda is helping cleanse and remove our energy of any impurities, imperfections, and any blockages that need to be. Archangel Michael is also there to ensure that our outer aura is cleansed and free of any connections that are not needed. As I bring this light up further into our navel chakra, which is right about the belly button. This is connecting the umbilical cord. So it's a new umbilical cord of the divine, but it is healing our umbilical cord from our mother wounds as well. So it's getting mother healing involved. Our wounds from our development, from our birth, just the trauma from being born, let alone any trauma we may have experienced along that way and along that journey. Also healing our connection to the mother, allowing us to feel loved and nurtured and supported like never before. As I bring that light further up into our solar plexus, I do feel a little pressure in my solar plexus as I enter here. So I'm going to spend a little more time in this space, bringing this light up into the solar plexus. And I am seeing the blood of Jesus flowing up through this connection, as well as that of the light of the sun and the light codes. So accompanying this is all DNA activations. Saint Germain is filling out the Akasha records for each one of us. And Archangel Metatron is standing in front of us. He's going to also end up healing our Merkaba. And we'll be bringing in the violet flame with Archangel Gabriel, bringing in the golden gate portal and flame as well. Those we will step through as we enter into the Garden of Eden. So I'm bringing this light up further into our heart chakra, which flows forward into our Merkaba. And Archangel Metatron, making sure our Merkaba is balanced and moving and flowing. The masculine and feminine within us is balanced and cleansed and activated and healed. As I bring this light up further into our throat chakra. Activating the truth within all of us and our loved ones and our ancestors and our futures as well. It's a big energy shift, forgive me. Oh, goodness. Okay, I'm bringing this light up further now into our third eye, our pituitary gland and our pineal gland, going up into our crown chakra, making sure they're all open and able to receive. As I take the light up further now, and Lord Sananda is helping. He's going to help draw the light up now into our higher chakras, one by one, going into the layers of our higher chakra systems. So our 8th chakra, located just above the crown, now being opened and cleansed and activated with the light of the earth, the sun, and of Christ's blood. Drawing it up into our chakras, one by one. You may feel pressure, you may feel popping in your ears, you may feel all kinds of things. Just take note of what you feel and breathe it through, and know that it is just opening and activating things. As he is opening up that 8th chakra, completely awakening and activating it, making sure it is new, powerful, and true. As we go up into the 9th chakra, opening it, widening it just so, As he's doing this, I am seeing crystals. So there's different crystals in each one that he is either placing or awakening within your higher chakra realm. So take note of anything you see or feel if you do. I am seeing him like with this crystal, and there's like a crystal in the center of the chakras. It's beautiful and magnificent and powerful. Then I can see the light of the sun, the core of the earth, and of his blood. And it's like cleansing and activating and awakening these chakras, but including your DNA. And Saint Germain again is recording it in the Akasha records, drawing it up into the 10th chakra. I am hearing the ringing in my ears change frequencies, so it's definitely activating and accessing higher realms. This is where we come into Christ light knowledge, Christ light awareness, so it makes sense that he's using the blood of Christ as well. Being able to experience and express and to feel on a deeper level the light of God. The awareness, the truth, the communication levels, all being opened and activated. Bringing that light up further now into the 11th chakra. As this is happening, I am seeing the star system activate. So this is reaching into our galactic chakra, universal chakra. I am feeling shifting, so forgive me. With these higher chakras, I believe it's the 10th, the 11th, and the 12th, that is where telepathy is really activated, the ability to time travel, the ability to astral travel, to telepathically communicate, Going now at the light and the activations into the 12th chakra. Allowing you now to tune into higher frequencies you may never have been able to access in this lifetime before. Some have and some haven't. Allowing you to deepen that connection ever more. Bringing that light up further into the 13th chakra. I am feeling some pressure here, so mine was a little bit blocked, so I have to give them a little bit of space and time. At least mine was. I'm feeling a little bit going on here, so allow space for it to be cleansed and opened and accessed. Renewed with the light of the earth core, the sun, and the blood of Jesus. Going up further into the 14th chakra. Ooh, I felt that shift. I can feel the pressure, the movement, the energy. Just allow things to be the way they're going to be. I can hear higher frequency pitches occurring, very high frequency pitches occurring, which is possibly going to occur for all of you in the next coming days as well. Just know that there's nothing wrong with your ears. You are tuning into higher frequency realms. Bringing this light up now into the 15th chakra. Each one that they do, they're activating. There's a crystal involved, beautiful colors and energy flowing. And the Akasha records are also being written and recorded into. Bringing this light up now into the 16th chakra and the 17th chakra and the 18th chakra, all three being done together. 16th, 17th, and 18th in a big flow. And he's cleansing them, activating them, and purifying them. So bringing the light up now into the 19th chakra. Then the 20th, opening them and aligning them just so. Metatron is continually working on the Merkaba, rebalancing it, opening it, purifying it, upgrading it, and cleansing it. Making sure our masculine and feminine energy bodies, our mental body, our spiritual body, and our emotional body are all aligned and balanced just right with each chakra we open. Going now into the 20th and the 21st chakra. Bringing the light up further into the 22nd chakra. Allowing you to activate and access further layers and levels of Christ's light, love, communication, and knowledge. Higher realms of your abilities being awakened and accessed now. Going into the 23rd chakra. On the 24th, they want us to go to the 30th, 25th, 26th, 27th. I see rainbow colors, just waves of rainbow colors. 28th, 29th, and 30th. Now, as I enter into the 30th, it's the anxiety. This is definitely related to our anxiety that we house, that we can feel, that we can carry. And I'm feeling a lot of pressure, like in my head and above my head, and a lot of movement occurring. So we're just going to give this a little bit of time before we begin walking our timeline to the Garden of Eden. As those have been opened, he's also pouring the most beautiful, magnificent, healing, golden light down through those chakras with his blood, making everything cleansed, purified, and awakened just right. Pouring that down, all of our higher chakras just opened and cleansed and activated as it goes down all the way into our 7 main chakra system as well, flowing down through those into our connections and down into the core. Now we are ready to start beginning to walk a timeline into, so what I'm seeing is 2 different Garden of Edens, the old one and the new one. So as we begin in a moment to walk this timeline into the Garden of Eden, we are bringing the old timeline into the new. We are healing all old history, awakening it and bringing it into the new timeline of the Garden of Eden. So each one of you is going to be asked to walk a path that is being presented in front of each of us, with Archangel Metatron, Archangel Gabriel, and even Archangel Zadkiel stepping forward now to help guide the way into and through the Garden of Eden. So when you are ready, just imagine holding the hand of the angel that appears in front of you, whoever it may be for you, and beginning to take some steps forward along the path that is being laid out in front of you. It can be a stone path, it can be a path of grass, of sand, whatever it is for you, it is for you. Begin walking this path with your guides and angels too, guiding you, protecting you, and bringing you through. As we're walking this path, we're accessing the old timeline of the Garden of Eden. So I'm beginning to see like the war of the gods. I talked about this earlier, and that's what I'm starting to see now. Something had happened with the war of the gods and the timeline in the Garden of the Eden, and it being closed off energetically completely, just completely energetically closed off. I don't want to say they didn't lose a war, but it sure changed history and time. Things were cut off and made dormant and made dense in order to learn karmic lessons in time, to forget who we are and why we came here. It was purposeful, and it was part of that war. I am seeing like a war of the gods, and it is equivalent to the war we've gone through this time, which is very interesting. Excuse me. There's been a spiritual warfare going on. But again, they are saying the battle is won. Forgive me, I'm shifting energies here. So just keep walking the path as I'm bringing these memories from that timeline forward with us, to heal them, to remove the negative energies from them, as they've served their purpose, but it's no longer needed. For the Garden of Eden is no longer inaccessible. It will be free. It will be open to communicate, to heal in, and to receive. So we keep walking the path with our angels. You can take note of anything that you see, feel, or experience. There could be trees, could be animals, it could be rainbows, it could be rain. Whatever it is for you. I see many people had gathered once in the Garden of Eden. It was a place they went to cherish and feel the magic and the healing. So much life there, so many vibrant colors. And they were changing, like a constant change. Each step we take on our path, we are bringing this timeline forward. We are healing it and renewing it and opening up the energy of the Garden of Eden. We're getting closer on our path to the Garden of Eden. As this is happening, I'm seeing numbers dissolve. It's like different lifetimes dissolving, different histories connected to the Garden of Eden. I am also seeing our modern day Bible. So that is being dissolved in pages, like page by page. I'm seeing it be dissolved, being removed. False writing, I can see it start popping up out of the page. I am also seeing Lord Sananda use his blood to clear this timeline. He's like pouring it along the timeline that we are bringing forth and healing. And my ears are ringing like crazy. As this is happening, there is further upgrades going on within our chakra system as well. Past history being cleansed from our lifetimes and our timelines. The removal of that dense energy in its form. Just ahead now on our path is the opening to the Garden of Eden. So we just have a few more steps and we will wait at like the gateway, almost like a doorway, but there's no door to the Garden of Eden. It's just crossing an energy boundary that we will enter. And before we do, there will be the violet flame and the golden gateway. As that's happening, I feel like I'm pulling with me the old timeline of the Garden of Eden and all the timelines that were connected to it in the past. As this is happening, I am seeing like some of society, some of the collective being shown a mirror. It's like the mirror is being placed in front of them and they will not be able to escape it. They are going to see the destructive cause of their wrath, while others are getting cleansed karmically and energetically freed from anything that is keeping us down, anything that blocks us from receiving, and any karma that no longer needs to or can be. Not only for us, but for our loved ones, our ancestors, and our children's children as well. There's a lot of energy shifting too, so forgive me. Okay, as we're all now at the end of our path, and we are getting ready to enter into the Garden of Eden. Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Metatron, and Saint Germain are all ready. The violet flame portal is being opened, as well as the Golden Gate portal and the golden light. So as we step into the Garden of Eden, we are going to pass through these gateways. They're going to cleanse us and heal us and awaken us and protect us as well. But they're also cleansing the old timeline of the Garden of Eden that I have brought with us, all bunched up in my arms is how I see it. It's also being removed from the crystalline grid. So not only did we pull it from history and different years and different timelines, also from the crystalline grid. Okay, so now we are ready to begin entering into the Garden of Eden. So one by one, we take a step forward and enter through those gateways, through the violet flame, cleansing our soul, removing what doesn't belong, and allowing us to be healed and whole. Passing through that energetic gateway and into the golden gateway, the golden energy portal, the golden light, healing energy. Feeling it start to adorn your energy, sparkle gold all over you. As you walk through it, cleansing through and through, activating through and through, and rising into the fifth dimension. Stepping foot into the new Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden has been forever changing. There's been so many new things here, including the flower of Jesus. It is also here, and it is white, and it is magnificent. And the nectar of this flower is going to be placed upon all of us today within the Garden of Eden. So we will be cleansed and healed by the nectar of his essence, of his soul flower. As we begin to make our way through the Garden of Eden, there is a waterfall. There's beautiful trees that move and dance and sing to you with grace and ease. The grass moves to your feet with every step you take. There's magnificent animals everywhere. Some we've seen before, some we may never have. So whatever you see and experience, just take note of it. That is the tree. There is a tree of life, but there's multiple trees as well. I see rainbows. I see even stars, like in the daytime. It's beautiful. Everything magical here truly is. The fountain of youth, the most magnificent healing waterfalls. The water is blessed and pure and cleansed. And what's interesting is I'm seeing the old timeline of the Garden of Eden being laid out, like flattened and incorporated into the new Garden of Eden. As that's happening, we're also activating further within each one of us in our third eye, pineal gland, pituitary gland, and thymus gland. As we're going to make our way into the center of the Garden of Eden, where Jesus's flower is arised. It's the most large flower I've ever seen. It moves, it changes, it communicates. It's a very much so alive, like you've never seen before. And on each petal of this flower, it's like emanating nectar. It's the most clear, vibrant, sparkly nectar I've ever seen. And it comes from the center of the flower and it rolls down each petal. And it's going to be cleansing all of us from our feet to our head. This nectar of Jesus's flower. We can just access it by walking along the Garden of Eden floor. So every step you take, the nectar of this flower is filling the floor. And it's adorning and encompassing your feet from your soles, but it's entering into our system. So it's not affecting the outer layers, it's affecting the inside of our being. Going into the soles of our feet, all the way up our energetic connections and our soul, our blood flow, everything, cleansing us from the inside out. Allowing the nectar of this flower to encompass the entire Garden of Eden. It doesn't matter where you step, you will be affected by his nectar, purifying our soul, purifying our vessel from the inside out. And it's like adorning every blade of grass, every flower that is in this place, the water. It's sparkly and clear all at the same time. It's the most beautiful nectar. It's the most beautiful life force, energy you can imagine. It's like the fountain of youth personified. So as our energy has entered into the Garden of Eden, it's unavoidable. No matter what you touch, no matter where you are receiving the nectar of his flower. This flower is very large in stature. It's taller than you, it's wider than you, it's bigger than life itself. And it moves and it talks and it flows and it breathes and it changes with every movement and breath you take. It is the most purest of white I have ever seen, magnificent in form. It's healing you and awakening you. And through each of us, it flows through our connections and down into the crystalline grid as well. It's literally awakening the Garden of Eden. It's bringing it into energetic form. It is making it alive once again like never before. Allowing people to access it all over the globe where they were not able to before. It was cut off from many, many people. And that's what they're showing me, but it no longer is. So anybody who can access it now is able to do so, where only a select few could before. It's vibrant and pure and very much alive. And it very much so is changing the earth right now. So I'm seeing this kind of communicating with the crystalline grid of the earth, the core of the earth. And it is like awakening that within the earth. And that of the earth is awakening that in the Garden of Eden. It's a transfer of the both source. It is a different timeline. We are moving into a different timeline now. And again, I'm drawn to all the different Bibles and all these different pages and words just popping off the pages and being dissolved to the core. Okay, so what they're showing me now is all of us have been brought to the waterfall. It's the most magnificent healing waterways of the Garden of Eden. And as we are standing in place, the water begins to encompass our feet. So it begins to flow over into our feet, cleansing our feet connections, our soul connections of our feet, and rising up into our hands. So it's cleansing our hands, cleansing our feet connections, and allowing us to access further healing abilities within ourselves. Okay. Not only for us, our loved ones, and our ancestors moving forward as well. It's a big deal. These waves of water just cleansing our feet, our connections, and even to the soles, palms of our hands, allowing them to be purified and opened and accessed. Deeper levels of self and our healing abilities. And then again, the Akasha records are being recorded with each new level. And now with that, I'm seeing this water poured down our connections and into the crystalline grid as well. So it's like changing the water structure of the earth to align with that of the Garden of Eden. It's like purified, cleansed water. It's magnificent and pure and just crystalline. I don't know how else to explain it. And then it's also flowing down to the core of the earth. And then the old timeline has been fully integrated into the new one of the Garden of Eden. And then again, I see Lord Sananda or Jesus kind of rise above the clouds with the biggest smile on his face. For we won't even necessarily leave this place. We are going to take it with us. We are going to keep the Garden of Eden energy flowing within us and with us as we come back to our bodies here in a moment. Just going to bring every bit of it with us. It's not going to close down. It is now active and awakened and purified in each one of us, individually and collectively. So it's like the timeline switch. They do kind of show me a switch sometimes. And within the collective whole, it is like a switch has been flipped. And it's sparking a mass awakening as well as a karma awakening or a karma cleanse. Certain individuals will never be able to step foot in the energy of the Garden of Eden. And now that we have aligned it with this timeline and the earth, more people will have to go. It's just the way it is. But they aren't necessarily people, are they? So I am seeing the earth changing. So she's like moving and rumbling and breathing and expanding. It is changing the core, and that's okay. There is like a path now being lit up, and it looks like a rainbow. It's this beautiful light rainbow pathway. It's going to lead us back out of the Garden of Eden and back into our physical vessels. But it's lighting up like a rainbow along the Garden of Eden as we begin to step our paths, our feet onto this rainbow pathway. It's beautiful and magnificent. It's colorful. It's like light. It's very beautiful. So just imagine walking down this path of rainbow colors, rainbow healing light. And with every step we take, it activates and cleanses further levels of ourself and our vessel. And before we leave the Garden of Eden, each one of us will be given a gift from Lord Sananda. So as we make our way back to the edge of the Garden of Eden, to make our way back to our physical bodies, before we exit through the violet flame portal and the golden gate portal, each one of us will be handed a gift. So as you recognize him placing something within your hands, just take note of what it is for you. It can be a scroll, it can be a crystal, it can be jewelry, it can be a scarf, it can be a seed, it could be many things. Just allow your hand to be open to receive this gift. He says some of you may not even see it today. It may be another day. And that's okay. It's for you when you're ready to open it. Whatever this gift is, it's specific for you. Okay. So as you receive it, know that you're having wishes granted too. This was a big deal, and you helped change the timeline of the earth in such a way. And so hold space in your vision and in your heart, things that you want to have happen. It can be many things, whatever it is that your heart desires, allow it to come to your attention now, and know that they are going to bring it for you. They will make it possible in every way. Your only task is remaining open to receive and enjoy and love as much as you can. So hold your intention of your wish and receive the gift he has for you. And once you have, step back through those portals of the golden energy, the golden gate, and then the violet flame portal as well. And we are still walking a rainbow path. It's like every step we take, it's rainbow colors beneath our feet. It's very beautiful, very healing, very magnificent. As I wait for all of us to come back through those portals. I receive my gift as well. As we make our way out of the Garden of Eden, like I said, it does not close down, it stays open. This is a different place now. It's completely open. So anytime you want to come here, anytime at all you wish to be there, just say it and you're there. As we're all walking down the path now, working our way back to our physical vessels. I can feel the energy shifting again, so forgive me. We have entered a new timeline, so they want me to remind you that as we come back into, I can hear a lot of ringing in my ears too, as we're coming back into our physical vessels. We have completely shifted the timeline of the ascension for the whole collective. So you will notice that as well across light workers and star seeds and things like that. They will talk about it in the days ahead. A new timeline shift. And as you feel yourself start to enter back into your physical body, you can start to wiggle your feet and your hands and to let your body adjust to the new energy. Saint Germain is finishing the Akasha records, and we'll close those down. Archangel Metatron is adjusting again the Merkaba as we enter back into our physical vessels. So making sure it's balanced and aligned ever so right. And when you're ready, you can wiggle those fingers and toes and open your eyes. I keep hearing shifting and a lot of loud frequencies, so give me a moment. And again, I'm seeing a lot of different elementals, so unicorns and fairies and just different energies coming into play as well due to this. We have again changed the frequency of the planet. And so they're saying to be aware of that. You're going to see people just shift in attitude and awakening and all different kinds of things. So just be mindful of your surroundings. You are protected. Ooh, forgive me. There's a lot of shifting on that one. As you come out of that one, I'm going to make sure we're grounded again, is what they're telling me to do. And I'm also going to close off our hand connections, because they were only needed for this transmission. And I'm very dizzy, so be mindful of that. It would be a good idea to take a salt bath, to write in a journal, Drink lots of water, eat greens, things like that will help your physical vessel with that shifting. Because remember, it was also karma cleanse and an activation. There was a lot of things that happened here. So I'm undoing the connections from the palms of our hand, and I'm making sure the rest of our connections are separated from one another, but securely grounded into the earth. So making sure we're all very much so still grounded, but separate. And the ringing in my ear has not changed, and it may not for a little while. So some of you may experience that as well. Some of you now have new gifts, such as smell and auditory gifts, new clairs activated and accessed, telepathic abilities heightened. And so just be mindful of things that you see, feel, experience, dreams that come up. The key is allowing your heart to be open and your mind to not. Okay. Now also keep in mind these changes take time to fully integrate. So these can come from days to weeks to even months and continue to do so. So be mindful. Sorry, bear with me. I'm having a hard time coming out of that one. Oh gosh, there's a lot of chat too. Hang on. My gosh, I didn't even look at the chat. Oh. Oh, that would have been a cool tattoo, that card. So as you guys come to, let me know how you're feeling. Let me know anything you experienced. My ears are still ringing like crazy. My hand was like so hot through that whole thing, much better than being in the cast. But it was just so hot. I kept having to move my hand. It was the weirdest thing I'd ever experienced. And I did not expect the blood of Christ to be involved, but it very much so was. So just let me know how you guys feel about that and anything you may have experienced. I'm quite dizzy. I'm quite out of it. I feel a bit like the best way to describe how I'm feeling is a little bit like lethargic. I hear major ringing in my ear, but I'm not lethargic. It's just like out of this world kind of a feeling. So just give yourself time. Oh, Amy says she had chills and waves throughout her entire body. Chills and tears. Oh, I love that. Tears are good too. Yeah, for sure. And all of us had karma cleansing too. So what a gift that is alone. I was given a heart, and that was my gift. It was love. It was a heart, which is much needed. Gigi says she was cold also. So I last night had weird waves coming over me regarding the twin flame, and I'm like, can't we just like do a walk-in? Like, can't his soul be removed from him and given to somebody? It was a horrible thought, but that was what kept coming over me, because I woke up in a lot of pain from something again, and I'm just so done with it. And so it's not a surprise to me that I was given a heart and given love. Not surprising, wasn't expected, but definitely not surprising and much needed. So I'm going to hold that and cherish that love tonight for sure. And I think I'm going to take his word and take a salt bath as well. So I would recommend doing that and be mindful with the earth shift, because I don't know exactly what timeline we went into or what that means, but it always causes something. So just be very mindful of that. That's interesting. Gigi was cold. I was so hot. My hand was like so hot. It was crazy. It was just nuts. each time you do these, if you guys do them again, different things can happen for you as well. So keep that in mind also. Oh, wow. Oh, I love that. Amy said she had waves of ripple effects of chills and tingling, saw people floating up to the golden light in the sun, and they were giggling and singing. I love that very much so. The best part I took out of this is that people were not able to access the Garden of Eden very much. I didn't realize that so much. But now that they will be able to across the globe for anybody who can and wishes to. So I found that to be very powerful. It was quite protected of a space. And now it's going to be energetically accessible. And then the pages of the Bible being like removed and the words kind of floating up. I didn't expect all of that at all. I had no idea what was coming, but I usually don't. So that was pretty powerful too, in my opinion. Donita didn't want to leave that. Well, I bet you didn't, Donita, at all. Remember, you can go back there anytime you want to. Just imagine going there. Imagine standing in the water. You can just call it to you as well. Just call on the energy of the Garden of Eden. I don't know what shifts it means for the earth. And I do know there was one point they said we were going to find the Garden of Eden again. And so it could be a possibility going forward sooner rather than later. So that would be pretty awesome. If it's an actual physical place that now opens up for us as we go forward, I wouldn't doubt that within the next year or two. So just be very mindful of that. I don't remember what he said either when I channeled him, but I do know it was about love. Amy kept seeing a golden nugget. Ah, golden, I love it. Look up what gold represents too, because there's always further meaning. So definitely look up what gold represents on that one. I'd be curious to look that up too. Mine was kind of like a crystal heart. If anything, I guess it was a quartz crystal heart, but it didn't really resonate. It was just a heart in general. Oh, Gigi received golden bracelets. Oh, I love that. See, more gold. How interesting is that, right? The golden portal, but then with the gold and Sananda, and who knew his blood was going to be involved? It was kind of freaky at the same time, but I really liked that. Who knew? I had no idea that that was going to be cleansing and activating the crystalline grid either. So it'd be rather interesting to see what's coming in the collective whole, and why this one had to wait until today. It had to do something with biblical. That's what they kept saying to me yesterday, is God did not rest on the seventh day. Okay, so there was something false about that. I think I told Amy H that yesterday. I think that's who I said that to, because it kept coming through. God did not rest on the seventh day, and that's where they said wait till the seventh for the maximum protection. And so that's what we did, because I feel like this one would have rather have been stopped from happening. Yeah. So I'll be curious to see what happens from this day forward. But whatever that means, God did not rest on the seventh day. Okay, that was very important yesterday. It just kept playing in my head repeatedly. And then the Bible being cleansed and healed more today. So there's something with that story. Jacinth fell asleep. That's okay, Jacinth. Actually, the deepest healings can occur when we're sleeping. So if that happens, know that's because you were healing on a very deep level. And if it was biblical, that doesn't surprise me at all, because you do have that deep connection with that realm and that time frame. So that's not surprising at all. Just know, even if you fell asleep, you received it like crazy. So yeah, watch it again. And even if you fall asleep again, that's okay. That's some deep healing. I remember when I first had my awakening, a friend of, I think it was Martina, she kept falling asleep and she would get so frustrated. And they're like, no, you don't understand. You're healing very deeply. Okay. And so it does tend to change. Yeah, she didn't like the Christ blood coming through, freaked her out. Yeah, it's just is what it is. It has everything to do with, I think, the way he died and cleansing that karma. from him and the earth, because he did kind of bleed out everywhere, if we remember correctly. And then they did drug him on the cross and things like that. And so his blood was shed in a very negative way. And I think that's why that occurred this way. So it wasn't meant to freak you out. It's actually quite a positive healing thing. And so you can kind of change the thought process with that to know that it was about cleansing that and cleansing that karma on a deep, deep level. Because, you know, the teachings about him are quite false. And there was a lot of karma involved in the way he had died. And I feel like it had everything to do with that. Okay. So just kind of look at it that way and know that it was meant to be a cleansing, rejuvenating, healing thing. And nothing graphic or brutal or anything like that. It was much more peaceful for me than when I saw him pass away. So I'll take that any day. I cried for days when I processed his soul and the blood coming out of him that way. So hopefully you take it that way and just allow it to be a positive. But I really do think that had to do with the karma cleanse. So I'll be interesting to see what comes out of this, even with like Catholicism and stuff too. And what timeline we are now on. I'm thankful for the shift, honestly. I feel like we needed one. So we'll see what comes next too on Sunday. And again, anytime you guys want to access the Garden of Eden now, it's very easily accessible for all of us. Okay, so try it and see what happens, you know, just set that intention and see what happens. And I'll be glad to see it affect the collective whole. So as people start to talk about the Garden of Eden and things like that, because not a lot of people do. For some reason, I've been going there for quite some time, but not a lot of people like me have. And I didn't realize they weren't able to. And so I'll be glad to see it more accessible. Amy H says, Genesis 2:2, it says, by the seventh day, God had finished his work. He had been doing so. On the seventh day, he rested from all his work. Then God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because on it he rested from all the work of creating that he had done. That's what I thought, but it says he didn't rest on the seventh day. But I'll definitely take it as a blessed day, because they said it was more protected on that day. And 7 is a biblical number. It is a holy number. So there's something with that. But he kept saying he didn't rest on the seventh day. So I don't know what's with that. So Jacinth said she had doubt because in religion, his blood we drank. And afterwards found out that the dark forces had it come through. That was a way for the masses to participate against their knowingness and cannibalism. Yeah, I mean, we didn't drink it today, did we? Oh my gosh, I just saw an orb fly across, I think it was Amy D's screen. Oh, Donita saw 777 this morning. See, yeah, that's a big deal. There is something to do with sevens there, and he didn't rest on the seventh day. And with as far as religion, Jacinth, I would definitely let go of some of those ties. It was a negative aspect, and oh my God, there's another orb in her view. Allow it to be healed and not something that creates anger or too much thought processes, but allow it to be dissolved and healed in the negative aspect. And I feel like it's about bringing that into a cleansed aspect. And I didn't even realize that, that they had done that in knowingness and cannibalism and things like that. I wouldn't doubt it, that would be the case. However, this was probably more impactful in cleansing and healing that aspect. So take part and take gratitude in knowing that you are a part of what is cleansing that karma. That's how I'm taking out of it. I feel like it was a blessing and a gift. And it's not surprising to me that it happened that way, because we've returned his soul and we've returned his light. And so it makes a lot of sense. And I don't think it was meant to be in a negative aspect, but rather in a cleansing one. And so I'm going to hold space for that and feel like it was a gift and a blessing given to us to be able to carry that through and to shift that timeline. And I'd say I don't read the Bible, and so I really didn't know all about that. All I can tell you is what I saw when I cleansed his soul and stuff. And it was brutal. It was brutal what they had done to him. It is brutal what they use his name for. So I'm going to hold space that I get to be part of this group, and we get to be part of the ones that are clearing that out of the energy and the collective whole. And that also makes sense to me for why they said some people will have no choice but to look at what they've done, while the rest of us are having karma cleansed. That also resonates with me quite well, because he said that too. He said with this, people are going to have no choice but to look at what they've done, while the others have been cleansed and whole. That makes a lot of sense to me. So I think there's a lot to process here for all of us, quite honestly. But give space for allowing the anger to melt away and the fear and the doubt, because I couldn't have made this up or planned it if I had tried. There's always more than meets the eye with these things. And I'm just going to be thankful that we got to take part in the good parts of it and not that other stuff. And there's a reason why I never resonated with church, and I'd never understood why they would like drink the juice or the wine and the crackers, and nothing ever felt right to me. And it makes a lot of sense why it didn't. The more I learn in these things, I'm mind blown, quite honestly. So thank you guys for sharing all of that. And I would just stand in gratefulness that you got to be a part of that cleansing. And Amy D, while you were gone, I saw like 2 or 3 orbs in your space, literally flying. So you can watch the video playback. It was like from the ceiling down around that space. I saw like 2 or 3 orbs while you were out and about, and it was a definite orb. So you're not alone over there. Just take note of that. Okay. Oh, you heard me say that. Yeah, it was definitely there. That was pretty interesting. And right when I was talking about that stuff too. So it's pretty cool. So feel free to watch that in the playback if you want to. And remember, Sananda was the one who came and brought us the message too. So I never remember what they are, but I know it's about love. Landlord's parents. Maybe not. Could be. You never know. I think it was pretty cool though, either way. That's for sure. Oh, wow. Interesting. That's very cool. All right, you guys. Well, I'm still trying to adjust out of that one. I don't know what the heck. I'm having a hard time switching octaves back. I'm still hearing the ringing in my ear. You are so welcome. I'm honored. That's all I can say. So please don't be freaked out by any of that. I never knew that was coming. There's probably a reason they don't tell us some of these things are coming until they do them either. Right? And that way we don't process it and think about it too much and muck it up with the past stuff. So just allow it to be in love and light. Okay. You guys are so welcome, so very welcome. Give these a little bit time to upload, and I will be emailing them out and making my other emails. And then I may do a live tomorrow, okay? Because I was gonna do messages for everybody, but that kind of wiped me out a little bit. So I'll probably do a live YouTube tomorrow, and all of you guys that were on here with me, feel free to get messages and stuff, okay? Absolutely. Watch the replay. See you guys Sunday and maybe even tomorrow on YouTube for some free messages. Does that sound okay? Would you rather do it there, or do you want me to try here today? Because I know I said I would do messages after this today. It's really kind of up to you. I don't want to say no, but that did wipe me out a little. So I thought maybe on YouTube would be okay. All right, Donna says you rest. All right, then I will just set a live for tomorrow on YouTube, probably for like 2:22 because it's Saturday. So hopefully we can all come to that. Cool. All right. And then, so that's my plan, and I will just see you guys then. Okay. physical therapy wipes me out too, so I do apologize. Cool. I figured. All right, you guys. Well, then I will see you tomorrow at 2:22, and then Sunday for those that are joining me for part 2. Okay. Allow these things to integrate and incorporate and all of that stuff. Okay. Yep. You guys rest too, because that was a lot. Take your baths, do what you got to do. Okay. And process that. Sometimes it comes with crying, and that's okay too. All right. So hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll create the video link so that you know it's there and you know I'm coming, and that'll be at 2:22 tomorrow. Okay. So much love to all of you. I will be uploading this and sending it to you very, very soon. Have a great Friday night. Stay out of trouble and stay out of large crowds. I will still say that one. All right. So much love. Bye-bye.